5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome. Today we are both villains with a title. This is Dr. Richter Ron Room. And I am Baron Z. Rhino.
We'll go with that.
Yes. Marvel at our villainy.
Doom. Oh, that was so bad.
So, Doctor.
God. What?
What is this week at Four Horsemen?
I can't remember.
This week at Four Horsemen is our weekly broadcasted show where we discuss events, sales, promotions, and new items going on at Four Horsemen Comics and Gaming and other local areas.
All that stuff. And more.
Yes. And we're going to start off this show like we do every week with a giveaway.
Ooh,
and this one is also a challenge.
What are we doing?
I am going to get 2 tickets to see The Dark Tower, which comes out this week.
I want to see that. It looks real scary.
And I'm going to give those 2 tickets to the first person to scare the... Alex put in a bleep here.
Bejesus.
Out of Ron.
What? What?
Suggestions. It's terrified of spiders.
No. Oh, no. For real.
Rubber ones will do.
No live spiders.
When the store is closing, if you stand in the doorway of the D&D room while people walk up and down the hallway, that's good.
I have a weak heart.
Yeah, if you wait in the bathroom with the lights off for him to go in there, that's a good one. You might have to be a little patient. Get creative though. Make fake phone calls when he's on the counter.
If you get punched, I cannot be responsible for said punching.
If you punch someone, you are responsible for it.
No. Not
if
you're jumping out with a rubber spider out of the bathroom.
The judge will not see it your way.
Do they get extra points if I wet myself going into the bathroom?
We need to move on.
All right, moving on.
Into new comics. What is our first new title this week, Ron?
First new title. Two them together.
Yeah, I'm sure this show will make for a good time. It will not be a regular adventure. Look at that cover.
It is kind of neat. Have you seen the TV show or read in the comics?
I have seen half an episode of regular show and none of Adventure Time.
Adventure Time, I watched the first one. I thought that I had drank too much NyQuil because I had no idea what was going on. There was a talking dog. I mean, it was real trippy. It was very
clarify,
cool.
This is from a person with no substance abuse experience
whatsoever.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind when listening to his comments.
What else we got? That's
an interesting one. Fan favorite, The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Which, as we said last week or the week before, is coming to a close soon.
Yes. Yep.
They're getting close. I don't want to touch on the plot, but this is starting a new arc. The last one is coming to a close.
Right.
This is the start of a new story arc, which I imagine is going to be the last one. If you are not current, if you are not currently reading it, if you've never read it,
now's the time.
Yeah, get caught up, pick it back up. You want to be there for the last issue.
Oh yeah.
Like you want to read that the day it comes out. It's going to be a big day in comic history.
We should do like a midnight reading of that.
We're going to do like a Walking Dead send off.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're going to do something for sure.
Details TBD.
Yes.
What else we got?
All right, we have a new series.
Yeah.
Elsewhere #1. This is the story, a what if story of Amelia Earhart. So picture like Lost World.
Yeah.
So what if Amelia Earhart ended up in a Lost World type situation?
I like it.
I'm
pretty sure she did anyway, didn't she?
Well,
she's like Bermuda Triangle or something.
The leading theory is she was captured by the Japanese, but I mean.
I thought you were gonna say aliens for a second. Which would be
could be. or she just crashed her plane and drowned.
Right.
But so Amelia Earhart, Land of Dinosaurs, fighting off savage warlords. It looks pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Also, we got some new Star Wars books coming up.
Ooh,
my favorite part of the show.
Of course.
We've got Darth Vader #4 and Rogue One #5.
That Darth Vader cover.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow. If Jen Erso is on a screen, and I'm not talking about her, then it says a lot. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful.
All right, so now we're going to move into the Versus series portion of our show. Last week,
how bad did they get killed?
So Godzilla did beat the Ewoks.
Of course.
The Ewoks won the Twitter poll.
Twitter, come on. For real?
And I think it was really close on Instagram too.
Really?
But Facebook, Godzilla got so many votes there was no contest really.
Oh, wow.
So now we're this is the last match of round 3.
Okay.
Before we go to the quarterfinals.
Okay.
And it's a hard one.
Ooh, who we got?
Ahsoka Tano, Padawan of Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Versus Gandalf the Grey.
Oh.
It's rough. Because I'd say the hardest part about this is evaluating Gandalf, because he always is a character that he seems like he could be doing more to help out everybody else.
He's holding back.
Yeah, he's
absolutely
he's like the divine character who's just doing little things to help out everybody else, but he's never using his full power.
He's Q.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings universe.
He's Q. He's definitely Q. Actually, it's kind of a fair comparison now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll write a thesis on that. Anyways, so
my money's on Gandalf. Absolutely.
I kind of want to go for my girl Ahsoka, but it's rough. Like, I think this one's gonna be really close.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read all of the comments on this one.
Twitter, you could be the deciding vote this time. So.
I doubt it, Twitter. Doubt Twitter, hand in hand.
Nope.
All right, moving on. So this is going to be a brief overview of the weekly events that we hold every week here at Horsemen Comics and Gaming. For more info on any of these, go to our Facebook page and click on the events tab.
Yep. D&D Encounters at 6.
On Wednesdays. We also have Modern at 6:30 and Heracles at 6:45.
Thursday we have Commander from 5 to close, and X-Wing Thursday Night Flights from 6 to close.
And this Friday we have Standard FNM at 6, Modern FNM at 6:30, and we will be streaming our Modern FNM on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.
We're also going to have Friday Night Pokemon at 6:30.
And Saturday we have the Pokemon League at 12 and Dice Masters at 2 on Sunday, which will also be streaming on all of our channels.
Yep, and we're still looking for some comments and some feedback on our upcoming FNM events. What do you guys want to see?
Yeah, we've got lots of feedback so far, but we'd like some more. Give us some comments on format, prize structure, prizes, just anything. We're doing some retooling, some rethinking about how we run Friday Night Magic and also our Wednesday night events. Hit us up.
Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, so Sealed League.
Speaking of mixing it up, Sealed League is so much fun.
So
I've lost so many games.
I'm not doing particularly well myself,
Really?
but I'm having tons of fun.
Really? I'm having a ball.
So our regular play nights are on Thursdays from 6 to close. This Thursday will be the start of week 3 out of 4. You can still sign up. Registration is $15. We have a thread in our Magic Facebook group that has all the rules, and you can also hit me up or call in the store to get any information you need. Yep. So, you want to talk about growth. Week 1, there were 3 people in Sealed League. You, me, and Tim Scrogdog. We now have 15 players?
17.
17 players?
17.
Yeah.
A lot.
Wow.
A lot.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we got one or two more. Yeah, pick up a few more. Eventually, we are going to have to cut it off so we can decide on some prizes here.
Now, we are giving away something really sweet to the league.
Yeah, we are giving away a Plane Chase Anthology as the
big box
door prize.
Yep.
And the way that'll work is at the end of the league, the last night, I'll collect all the match slips. They'll be due by a certain time. And then we'll give everybody a ticket and a raffle for every match you've played. So if you played 57 matches, you get 57 tickets, and then we'll give that puppy away.
It's going to be awesome.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we threw 1 or 2 more smaller prizes in there and pulled a couple more names.
I'm sure that's probably
something we normally do. Here's a pepperoni roll.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Gumballs.
All right, so Sealed League, check it out.
Yep.
Yeah. Hour of Devastation Game Day.
Game Day coming up this Saturday and Sunday at noon. 2 events.
Yeah, and they are both standard. They're both free. There is a beautiful play mat.
Oh, the mat is amazing.
Yeah, and we're going to have to pull that up,
Yeah.
Mr. Alex, if you wouldn't mind. Look at that.
That is a...
If you win the event, you will be the mastermind. And there's also 2 promos. We have the first one, which is Adorned Pouncer on the left. That is the top 8 promo. So the top 8 of both events will get that. And then a Braid is the participation promo, which will go to everybody who participates in both events.
All right, so what does a Braid do? Because I'm telling you, people are looking for that card left and right.
It does 2 things. You can see it's modal, and it says choose one, and then it has 2 bullets where it's basically a card that does 2 things. That's why it's very good. Flexibility and options are very important in a game like Magic.
Yeah.
We also have 2 side events. We're doing Modern Win-A-Boxes this Saturday at 5 and Sunday at 6, which will be an after hours. Yeah, that'll be the best.
Always good events.
Those are $10 to play.
We've also got Eternal Festival coming up.
Yes, and our playmat.
Playmats coming.
That this is going to be the top 8 for our main events. That's going to be debuted on next week's episode.
Yep.
Cannot wait to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
I know it's going to be beautiful because the wonderful lady that we have working on that,
She
the last playmat she did.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Everybody, if you got one of those playmats, hang on to it because they're.
Yeah, but more on that next week.
Yep.
We have a big event this Saturday.
We have a massive event, states event, HeroClix ROC West Virginia State Championship.
ROC stands for
I have no idea. ROC.
Ron. If it was ROS, I'd say Ron on spot.
What's it stand for?
I don't know. I was really hoping you know.
I had no idea.
Okay, that's terrible.
Edit that.
Edit that.
Take that out.
We'll get that in post-op.
Yeah.
Post-op. Post-op. Post-production.
Post-production.
All right, so
Post-peak.
we do have our HeroClix West Virginia State Championships. It's this Saturday at 11 a.m. Registration opens at 10:30 and is $15.
$15 entry.
What's the format?
300-point modern age format.
And we're gonna have Swiss rounds with a cut, right?
Yep.
And of course, that cut will depend on how many players we have.
And if you're coming out early, come out on Wednesday. They're going to be doing some play testing.
They're doing a Road to the States event on Wednesday where they're going to be prepping. And Nick and Mike, they're going to be out there pumping iron, getting ready.
Pumping clicks.
The Lances are out there like.
Somebody's going to be bench pressing Dormammu. Yeah, have you seen that thing?
It's big. I mean, I guess it weighs more than a 5-pound weight.
Yeah.
All right. So movies. You saw Atomic Blonde. I haven't gotten to see it yet. What did you think?
I thought it was all right. I was not a huge fan of it, but it reminded me of James Bond and John Wick. She just kicked the crap out of everybody, which is always awesome.
I see. Like you tell me that. And then
But
you say it was okay.
It was okay.
But that sounds great.
I really loved John Wick, and I loved. I mean, there was a whole lot of thinking that had to go involved with Atomic Blonde. So that's where it lost me.
I'm going to try to see it.
If I want to see somebody getting punched out, I just want to see a punch movie.
I saw Despicable Me 3 yesterday. I thought that was funny.
I don't think I've seen the second one yet.
They're fun. Yeah, your kids aren't that age anymore, but
No,
I still
no.
think they'd
Oh,
laugh.
I'd still go.
Yeah,
I'd still go.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
All
right,
Dark
so
Tower.
Dark Tower this week.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh,
that's gonna be awesome.
I'm real excited.
I haven't read the
Idris
books.
Elba, he is one of my favorite rising actors.
Yeah, he's gonna do real good in this.
So
real good in this.
And also, scare the pants. No
Please don't.
pants.
Please don't.
If he's wearing pants, you don't get.
They're
the
coming
pass.
right off.
Get Ron out of his pants. Win 2 tickets to see the Dark Tower.
No, it's a terrible idea.
Horsemen of the Week.
Horseman of the Week, gentleman that's been helping out here, and he pretty much he does exemplify a lot of the qualities we look for when we're trying to figure out who is a Horseman of the Week. Somebody that is helpful to a T, will do anything for you, that kind of stuff. Horseman of the Week this week is the lovely and talented Mr. Eric Carlson, also proprietor of Wild Zero Studios here in Morgantown.
And what exactly is Wild Zero Studios?
It is a tattoo studio.
It is a tattoo studio.
It is one of the most upscale tattoo studios I have seen. I think.
I've been putting off. So one of my family traditions is to get a shamrock tattoo.
Okay.
And I've been putting it off for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep. Whenever I do finally man up and decide to do it,
Eric's
going there.
Eric,
yeah. Because Eric is such a great guy.
He's a fantastic.
He's
guy.
in here like every other night, just doing stuff.
He
just
works
to
more
help,
than I do.
just to help his friend.
Yeah. And he's a really great guy.
And for very, very little on his part.
Yeah.
Other than just the joy of helping out and doing the work.
Yep. And it's not just us. I mean, Eric does a lot in the community. He really does. He's a super great guy. Do you remember that he did the first Four Horsemen tattoo?
I did not know that.
We got so we gave away a Four Horsemen tattoo. Eric did it. I almost passed out.
Perhaps we should do that again.
I seriously almost passed out.
On whose body is this?
Oh, that's top secret. But I bet we could probably do another one.
Okay.
I can't tape it. I seriously almost went down. It was real bad.
Wait, so it was on you? Or
No,
you
it wasn't on
watch?
me. It wasn't on me. I just watched it.
Because you don't have any.
I don't have.
You don't have any ink.
I
do
keep
you?
telling Eric that I want a single dot for a tattoo, just so if people say, "Do you have a tattoo?" I can say yes, and I can be like, "Boop, right there." That's a freckle.
I put it right there. That way, like, you can just like stare at it and try and gather like energy there, and I don't know.
Just focus.
It's hard. Like,
Yep.
I'm not sure I want to do it.
Eric,
Anyways,
good job, Eric.
Yeah.
Love you, man. You're a
Love
good
that
guy.
guy. All right, moving on to this weekend. Star
Wars!
So there is a traveling museum exhibit called Star Wars Identities.
Yeah.
And here's a piece of art that they use to promote it. Basically what it is it's about the characters of Star Wars. And there's two aspects to it. One, it's an actual like museum exhibit about the characters in Star Wars, and it talks about their creation from like the actual like drawing board and the writing standpoint and their growth through the story. But then there's also an opportunity for when you go into the exhibit, you get to create your own Star Wars identity.
Yep.
So far as then you choose a race and you choose a job, and you kind of, as you go through the exhibit, you get to add new options to your character, and at the end of it you get a complete character.
You got like this little band you walk through, and you kind of like hold it up to the things, and it kind of keeps track of everything that all the decisions you make throughout the exhibit. It's really super cool.
We're going to link a video in the comments to a YouTube video that gets to show you what the exhibit is about. They also have actual props and replica props from the movie. They have some really great stuff.
The models.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The models are gorgeous. They have an original Boba Fett costume.
Yep.
It is a traveling exhibit. Currently, it's in London. It's at the O2 on the waterfront until September 3rd, which, probably nobody who watches this is going to go to that.
No.
But maybe someday it'll be in like...
We should give away 2 tickets.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe it's traveling, so maybe it's going to be in DC. It could come to DC. That's something that somebody confused. Probably not Baltimore, Pittsburgh, or Columbus. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like, if it goes anywhere that close, I'm going. Yeah, DC, New York. Yeah,
I go see it.
But yeah, like I said, we're gonna have a link to a YouTube video in the comments. It's something that's definitely worth checking out. They have lots of beautiful stuff.
Yep, it's really nice.
All right, moving on to the Four Horsemen mailbag. We got a question from Jim.
I love these
and
questions.
I don't remember how he sent it in, but I just remember the question. It is, he asked, if you could only have one comic for the rest of your life to read, what would it be?
I would absolutely have to go with a Star Wars book, or I would go for quantity as opposed to quality. I would go with something that has a huge long run. Action Comics, Detective Comics, they're creeping up on 1,000 issues. I could read one for probably every day.
I'm gonna ask you a
never
question.
Make it.
Okay.
I have to start with issue 1.
Currently, how many issues of Action Comics have you read?
Like total?
Yes. Roughly. Is it less than 10?
Yeah, probably much less than 10.
So why in the world would you? Why would? Yeah, but if you don't have enough interest in it right now to read really any copies of, why would that be the last comic you ever pick to read?
I don't know. Because if that's the only thing I've got for the rest of my life, I don't want to read something that's got a 4-issue run. Well, now the Wolverine, the very first Wolverine miniseries, that one I might be able to.
So
milk that one for
you actually stole mine.
A few years. Really?
Yeah. So, well, I was gonna say,
Sorry.
if it's anything, I would choose one of Osamu Tezuka's mangas. It'd be hard to pick Ode Kirihito, MW, their Book of Human Insects. There's so many, but if you limited me to American comic books, I would no doubt choose Chris Claremont's Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
I would rather read those 4 issues 100 times than read something that's 1,000 issues that I have very little interest in.
Yeah. No, see, I could kind of go either way now. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Lots of good Star Wars books too, though.
There are.
All right. So
good question, Jim. Keep them coming, guys.
Like it. If you have any questions, hit me up on Facebook. Message the store on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Call the store and ask the person to write it down or shoot me a text. Like, I'm looking for more questions, and we, as long as it's not X-rated, we'll answer just about anything.
AMA.
Preferably something nerdy, but yeah.
Yeah. We should do an AMA one of these days. No, let's not do that.
Maybe like episode 50.
All right, that works.
We're almost at 20. I think tonight's 24.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which means we're almost at 6 months.
Holy cow.
Does it seem like it's
Seems
been
like yesterday?
Yeah. You, me, and Alex buddying around every night.
We're gonna
go home.
We're gonna get a camera on Alex too. You hide and watch.
We have 1 minute.
We do. Oh, okay.
All right.
He's about to cut us off.
Sales. We have sales.
15% off singles if you are in the
any Magic events. You get 15% off of standard singles, and if you are in a Clicks event, you get 15% off of the whole HeroClix products.
That's the Wednesday event or the States event on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's any Magic events throughout the week. So just mention the show at the counter, and you get 15% off a HeroClix product and 15% off of Magic Standard singles.
Yep. And if you don't scare me, I might make that 20%. Don't scare me. I scare really easily.
Scare me real bad.
This actually has me really, really nervous. I'm not even afraid to leave the store at night. I want to take an alternate route to get out of the building.
I'm gonna get those tickets.
Only once. Only once. So once it happens.
Hold on.
I'm gonna tweet it or something.
I just got a text from Twitter. CNN just posted a story that apparently the master copy of The Last Jedi just went down in the planets.
Oh, it's the big one.
I win! I win! All right,
killed him.
Show's over. Let's go into the closing. We've got some social media pages.
One or two things.
We would be very happy if you would subscribe, and follow on all of these things.
All the things.
Please like our Facebook page at facebook.com/4horsemencomics. Follow us on Instagram at 4horsemencomics. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4horsemencomicsgaming. Follow us on Twitter at the number 4horsemencomicsgaming. And watch all of our streaming content at twitch.tv/4horsemencomics. And of course, check out our TCG inventory at shop.4horsemencomics.com. And for the 5th time in a row, we need to add that to the graphic.
If we do, maybe by issue 50.
We'll get there. Instead of just calling them episode blah blah blah, should we say issues blah blah blah?
Yeah, man, show them some love.
I hate to say it, but that's one of your better ideas.
I got a lot of issues. You want the whole list or just the top 10?
And that is the closing for this week of 4 Horsemen issue 24. Good night, everybody.